Twitter increased its revenue and number of users during the first 3 months of the year.
A lot of Twitter headlines lately. Social media giant revealed strong first quarter numbers just days after billionaire Elon Musk purchased the company. Twitter reported today that its earnings rose 16% to $1.2 billion just in the first quarter. The company also said its daily user base climbed from 217 million in the last quarter to 229 million this year.
That's a lot of people, and today's report could be one of Twitter's last ones as a public company. Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, in case you didn't hear, you probably did, bought the social networking service earlier this week for roughly $44 billion. Joining us now is CBS News tech and politics reporter Musaddiq Bidar. Musaddiq, Twitter, Elon Musk. Twitter achieves...
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. Break it down for us. We mentioned Twitter achieved solid first quarter numbers while pursuing specific performance goals. These include exponentially increasing annual revenue, daily users, and the pace at which the company produces new technology. How might these goals change once Elon Musk does take over?
Hi, Nikki, and hi, Mola. Well, Elon Musk has talked a lot about what he wants to do at Twitter in recent days, but the substance behind how he wants to accomplish some of these goals has been largely missing. He has talked a lot about the changes he wants to bring from content moderation to who gets to say what. But it was interesting that on today's earnings call, you mentioned there were no forward-looking statements from Twitter executives. They also didn't hold a customary earnings call that a lot of companies typically hold this time of the year, which tells you that even Twitter executives and Twitter employees are unsure of what future goals are going to look like under Musk's leadership. And, you know, the company posted a profit of $500 million this quarter. They rarely have posted a profit as a public company. And that was largely due to a mobile ads network that they sold, an innovation outside of the conversation of Twitter day-to-day that we hear about all the time. And so that's something that Musk has talked about, is bringing more innovation to Twitter, but it's unclear what that is going to be. And some of these other changes he's talking about is really causing concern for a lot of public policy and privacy and human rights experts.
Musaddiq, in terms of Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter, something this big does not happen without at least a little pushback, a little controversy, right? Human rights groups and digital advocates have raised some concerns about how the billionaire's takeover could impact Twitter. So what are some of these concerns? Explain those.
Sure. Well, the biggest concern is around content moderation, because the recent comments from Elon Musk about free speech tells us and tells public policy experts that I've been speaking with that his views on free speech are very maximalist, and they are diametrically opposed to content moderation because he wants everybody to be able to say anything they want to on Twitter. This is what Twitter was back in 2015, and it was a mess. There was hate speech, harassment, and all kinds of negative stuff that drove users away. And so he wants to kind of go back to that. But experts I've been talking to are really worried because they think that more bad speech is only going to drown out minority voices. They're going to drown out people who are looking for a place to express themselves. And so what he wants to do is actually going to achieve the opposite of what he's trying to accomplish here, which is give a place for everyone to speak. But it really misses this important point and this important aspect of content moderation, because it can get rid of spam, it can get rid of negative comments, it can get rid of all these experiences that make us not want to go to that place to begin with.
I have a feeling this is just the beginning.
This is the beginning, of the Twitter world awaits.
Musaddiq Bidar, great insight. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.